In the dynamic investment sector, especially in renewable energy, a recurring concern emerges at boardrooms. CEOs are faced with the time-intensive nature of investment analysis. Reporting, contract review, and scenario simulation can consume valuable weeks. This situation raises a fundamental question. Is such extensive human intervention really essential in every operation? Can we optimize this process without compromising quality or safety? It's a legitimate concern that resonates in today's business landscape. We fully understand this common concern in the investment world. Today, we'll present two distinctly different approaches to addressing this challenge. We'll explore how each path impacts the efficiency and profitability of your operations. Let's consider two very different paths to managing capital projects. One is the approach most organizations have historically followed. The other represents a technological evolution that redefines operating paradigms. The traditional approach relies on human resource expansion. It involves hiring more staff, allocating more hours, and increasing effort. This model, although proven, has inherent limitations in its scalability and speed. In contrast, the multi-agent system approach, or SMA, leverages artificial intelligence. Multiple AI agents collaborate in parallel, operating in cloud-based environments. This architecture enables unprecedented speed and processing capacity. The main question we should ask ourselves today is crucial for any investor's strategy. Which of these two approaches is truly more profitable in the long term? Let's analyze their implications in terms of time, cost, and return on investment. Now we'll discuss time, a non-renewable and critical resource in the investment world. The difference in execution time between the two approaches is significant. We're talking about a gap that can determine the success or failure of an opportunity. Comparing the charts reveals a notable disparity in the completion of key tasks. While one method is measured in weeks, the other is measured in days. This difference directly impacts your company's agility and competitiveness. Under the traditional method, essential tasks such as due diligence, contract review, and scenario simulation are lengthy processes. These activities can easily extend 3 to 4 weeks. This time lag represents a significant bottleneck. With the SMA method, these same tasks are drastically reduced to just 2 or 3 days. Parallel processing capabilities and intelligent automation accelerate each step, enabling a response speed unthinkable with conventional methods. The direct benefit of this acceleration is the ability to close deals more quickly. This not only optimizes the flow of capital, but also provides a decisive competitive advantage over competitors. Being the first to move in such a dynamic market is critical. It's very important to clarify that SMA doesn't seek to replace human talent. Its purpose is to free up professionals' time for activities of greater strategic value. It allows teams to focus on critical thinking, complex decision-making, and leadership. Now we'll address the issue of cost, a determining factor in any investment decision. It's true that the initial investment in a multi-agent system isn't insignificant. It requires a considerable capital allocation at the outset. However, it is essential to analyze this investment in the context of long-term costs. The traditional model incurs fixed and recurring costs that are often underestimated. These include salaries, social security, and ongoing staff training. Furthermore, the traditional model carries the inherent risk of human error. These errors can generate significant additional costs, from rework to penalties. Fatigue and complexity increase the likelihood of these incidents. The SMA model, on the other hand, involves an initial capital investment, or CAPEX, and maintenance costs. These costs are predictable and quickly amortized with use. Technological infrastructure is a strategic investment. A key advantage of SMA is that the marginal cost of additional analysis is virtually zero. Once implemented, the ability to process multiple projects does not increase costs proportionally. This generates exponential operational efficiency. This cost structure makes SMA significantly more cost-effective than hiring more staff. After just a few projects, the initial investment is recouped. Operational efficiency translates directly into substantial savings. The profitability of the SMA increases progressively with each subsequent use. The more projects analysed, the greater the return on investment. It becomes an asset that continuously and increasingly generates value. Beyond mere cost reduction, the true value of SMA lies in its ability to generate tangible benefits. We focus on value creation and results optimization. ROI is evident in multiple dimensions. The SMA allows for considerable cost savings. It prevents penalties resulting from poorly reviewed contracts, a common risk in complex transactions. It saves weeks of due diligence, accelerating the investment cycle. It also drastically reduces legal and external consulting expenses. The automation of repetitive tasks and early risk detection minimize the need for costly interventions. This optimizes the operating budget. In terms of revenue generation, the SMA leads to superior decision-making. It allows for the optimization of monetization strategies, such as the choice between PPAs and merchant contracts in energy projects. It facilitates revenue stacking with energy storage systems. This translates into safer and more profitable investments. The ability to simulate thousands of scenarios and accurately assess risks improves the quality of decisions. The result is a more robust and higher-performing portfolio. A real-life example illustrates this impact. An SMA detected a critical clause in a PPA. This clause, if not identified, would have triggered a penalty of €2 million. Early detection prevented a massive financial loss. Another case study demonstrates the SMA's ability to optimize profitability. Advanced simulations enabled the internal rate of return to increase by 1.5%. This was achieved by optimizing a project strategy. At a summary level, let's present a clear comparison between the two approaches. In this table, we see the superiority of SMA in key metrics. Let's analyze time, cost, error reduction, scalability, traceability, and objectivity. In terms of analysis time, the SMA reduces weeks to days. The processing speed is unmatched, operating 24/7. This contrasts with the limitations of human resources and work schedules. The marginal cost per additional project is almost zero for the SMA, compared to thousands of euros per project with the traditional approach. This demonstrates superior economic efficiency as workload increases. Error reduction is dramatic with SMA, with a rate of less than 1%. Continuous verification and the absence of human fatigue ensure exceptional accuracy. This minimizes risks and costs associated with failures. The scalability of SMA is virtually unlimited, allowing for the processing of a massive number of projects simultaneously. The traditional approach, on the other hand, is limited by the hiring and training of staff. Traceability in the SMA is 100%, with an automatic audit of every decision and process. This contrasts with the manual and often incomplete documentation of the traditional method. Transparency is complete. Finally, the objectivity of SMA is consistent, free from emotional or cognitive biases. Human analysis, although valuable, can be influenced by subjective factors. SMA provides an unbiased database. The irreplaceable importance of human judgment is recognized. SMA is not a substitute, but a tool that enhances decision-making. It provides the necessary time, accurate data, and analytical certainty. Finally, the multi-agent system is not a replacement for human expertise. It's a powerful tool that empowers professionals. It enables faster, more confident, and ultimately more profitable investment decisions.